Shavua Tov, Parashat Balak, the talking donkey of Bilaam. What was the need for it? To what do I refer? Briefly, the king Balak of Moab is scared of the Israelites. You see, these Israelites had just showed tremendous military prowess by defeating the most powerful kings in their area, Og, the king of the Bashan, and before him, Sichon, the king of the Amorites. These are strong kings. Israel smashed them to pieces. Moab, about whom Israel is about to pass by their borders, is understandably petrified. What is the solution? Military doesn't seem to work. If Sichon couldn't defeat them, then certainly Moab can't. So they had an idea. The king of Balak said, there's this prophet in the Midianites, and his name is Bilaam, and he has the unique ability to bless and to curse, and his blessings and curses always come true. So maybe we can entice him to come and curse the Israelites. And so he sends messengers to Bilaam, and Bilaam says, okay, interesting request, I'll check. And God says, don't go with them, you will not curse this people, they are blessed. So the messengers go back to Balak and they say, no dice. And Balak is upset because if Bilaam can curse the Israelites properly, well then Balak could then defeat them and problem solve for them and, in his mind, for the whole region, the whole world. So he sends more respectable messengers, and these come to Bilaam, and Bilaam says, listen, I told the first group that I can't do it. God doesn't want this people to be cursed. He wants them to be blessed. And so they pressure him a little bit. They say, Balak is going to give you a lot of money. Well, that talks, money talks. So Bilaam says, I'll check with God again. And then this time God tells him something else, something which seems to be misleading. He says to him, Im nikro lecha ba'u anashim, if these people came to call you, you may rise up and go with them, but you may only speak that which I put into your mouth. Now, that is fine, and Bilaam therefore rises up early in the morning and he says, let's go. And he goes off on his donkey. And the donkey notices along the way something disturbing. There is an angel standing in front of him holding a sword, and the angel's facial expression is expressing extreme displeasure. So the donkey does not want to get chopped into potato chips, even though he's not a potato. He therefore goes off to the side in the field, and Bilaam hits the donkey. And the donkey goes back, and now there's a narrower place, and again there's the angel practicing his sword fighting like a samurai. And the donkey gets scared again, presses up against the wall, and Bilaam hits the donkey some more, and a third time, and this time the donkey just crouches down and refuses to budge, and Bilaam starts to rain murderous blows upon that donkey, at which point God opens the donkey's mouth. And the mouth of the donkey says, what are you hitting me 3 times for? And Bilaam answers the donkey, because this is normal to have a conversation with your donkey, of course. And Bilaam answers the donkey and he says, because you are mocking me, and if I had a sword, I would chop you into little pieces. Anyway, the donkey responds, I am your donkey from your youth. You have ridden upon me until this day. Have I ever done anything like this before? And at that moment, Bilaam's eyes are opened, and he now sees the angel as well. There is certainly irony there, that the donkey perceives an angel while the great prophet doesn't. But now Bilaam, the great prophet, sees the angel, and the angel says, what did you hit your donkey for 3 times? If your donkey had not stopped and gone off the way, I would have killed you and kept the donkey alive. And so Bilaam says, oh, I'm sorry, I have sinned, and if my going is a bad thing, I will turn right around and go back home and forget about the whole thing. But then the angel again says to him, no, you may go, but you may only speak that which God puts into your mouth. Okay. Should he go? Should he not go? The whole thing is very strange. It seems to me after the second messengers came that Bilaam was told, if they came to call you, then go with them. Of course they came to call him. What, they were coming to share his tea? They were coming to help him paint his living room? Of course they came to call him to go. So it seems like he got clear permission to go. So if he's got clear permission to go, then what is the angel with the sword doing there? Why is he trying to stop him? And then, when he succeeds in stopping him, and Bilaam is ready to say, okay, I got it, I'm going to go back to Midian, we'll just make believe this never happened, the angel says, no, go right ahead, but just make sure you say what God tells you. So what is the story here? But there is a bigger question, is what do we need the donkey speaking for? After all, Bilaam could have just seen the angel right away and had that conversation, which is a conversation, as we said, that doesn't seem to make any sense. He could have seen that angel right away, and that would have been the end of the story. Why is the donkey there, and why is the donkey speaking? And now, what the donkey says also seems to be completely non-related. If the donkey is going to talk to Bilaam, the donkey should say, the reason why I did all these fancy moves to get off the trail is because I didn't want either of us to get turned into mincemeat. There was this angel with a sword, and he's swinging it around like a maniac. So I did this as a matter of self-preservation. Let the donkey explain what it did. But the donkey doesn't. All the donkey says is, I am your donkey upon whom you have ridden since you've been a baby until this present day. Have I ever done anything like this before? And somehow that little saying of the donkey is the magic trick that gets Bilaam to all of a sudden perceive of the angel. Weird. And lest we think that this little incident with the donkey and what he says is insignificant, the rabbis in the Mishnah say it is perhaps among the most significant things in the creation of the world. What do I mean? There's a Mishnah that talks about 10 things that God created at the very end of the 6 days of creation, on the eve of the Sabbath, between the lights, Bein Hashmashot, right as the day was waning. Among them are the mouth of the earth that swallowed up Korach and his rebellious congregation, the special writing on the 10 Commandments, and among those things is the mouth of Bilaam's donkey. Wow, it's that important that it made it into the creation of the world. It was made at the time of Adam and Eve. According to the rabbis in the Mishnah, what are they trying to teach us? It's a very strange thing. So let's go back to the basic question. Is Bilaam, is he supposed to go or is he not supposed to go? What's the deal? It seems to be back and forth. Yes, but no. Go right ahead. Here's the sword. Don't go. No, go. I think it means it relates to one fundamental character trait that we have to have. Whenever the rabbis are saying that something is created in the days of creation, they are teaching us a permanent human truth. And this incident, this story of Bilaam, is teaching us a permanent human truth which applies in all times and in all places. And that is the primacy of the value of hakarat hatov, of gratitude. Gratitude is based on another critical character trait, humility. Somebody who is not humble thinks that they are the be-all and end-all, and therefore they can't really feel gratitude to someone else because nobody else is really equal to them. But somebody who has a proper sense of humility will always say thank you, will always appreciate the good in others. Now, Bilaam, let's take a look at him. What was his goal in all of this? What did he want to accomplish? He was a cursor. He wanted to seek out the negative, exploit it, and cause harm to those whom he hated. He was always looking to find the flaws, always looking to criticize, and always looking to spew venom. That is not a humble person, and that is not a person who is capable of hakarat hatov, of gratitude, of recognition of that which is good. The rabbis teach us that a rasha, an evil person, is always full of regrets. Very interesting psychological insight. Evil people, it's not like they don't know that they're going down a bad path. They feel pangs of regret very often, but yet they feel that they can't help it. They can't change their behavior. They are sort of fated to follow that evil path. But they do feel the regret all the way. And I think that Bilaam was no different. That Bilaam, especially being a great prophet, a person of tremendous spiritual potential, certainly understood that maybe he should reconsider his path in life. Because it was not a matter of intellectual understanding of the right way. It was a matter of character and emotional construction. And Bilaam, being such a negative person, therefore, he didn't have the quality of humility. He had the quality of arrogance, because the one who's negative feels that the society and the world have maltreated them. It's a form of of arrogance that comes from a sense of victimization, an inaccurate sense of victimization. And therefore they seek to get back, get revenge at those who have perceivedly, I don't know, who they have perceived to have harmed them. And that is the well from which Bilaam was drawn, a negative person. But at his moments of regret, he may have felt a pang of humility and even been capable of hakarat hatov. And so therefore, when God says, Im nikro lecha ba'u anashim, if these people have come to call you, that you're going to be passive and respectful of what they wish, instead of going for your own negative reasons, then you may go with them, but of course you have to only say that which the Lord is going to say. If you are prepared to give up on your own desires and follow God's instructions, you may go. But Bilaam gets up bright and early, saddles the donkey, and off he goes, not with that intention. And that's why the angel came. But Bilaam, being a negative, arrogant person, is not capable of seeing an angel. He will never notice an angel, because an angel comes from God. An angel comes from spiritual strength. And an arrogant, selfish, victimized person spewing negativity is not capable of seeing angels. So the donkey opens up its mouth. And what does it say to Bilaam? It doesn't say to Bilaam, watch out, you got this angel with the sword. He looks dangerous. No. The donkey says, I am your donkey, upon whom you have ridden since you were a little baby, until this very day. Have I ever done anything like this to you before? Have gratitude. Have hakarat hatov. Be a little humble, Bilaam, in this moment. And at that moment, Bilaam's heart is touched. And now he can see the angel. And says to the angel, should I go back home now? Because he's humble. And when he's humble, the angel says, well, no, if this is the way you're going to be, then you may go. But you can only say that which the Lord will put into your mouth. And so it turns out to be. I therefore suggest that had there not been a donkey that spoke, had God not created the mouth of the donkey during the 6 days of creation, Bilaam would have never seen that angel. He would have been incapable. Because the important lesson from this is the attribute of hakarat hatov, of gratitude. And it's a wonderful thing if every day we can express gratitude to Hashem for the people who are in our lives, the blessings that we have, the fact that we have people who love us, who care for us, and every good thing that happened during the day. To say thank you to God is a beautiful and a simple thing to do to strengthen this most important character trait of hakarat hatov. Shavua Tov.